Welcome, Wanderers. Serena here. Many of you may know that tonight is a full moon, and you probably know it's also a blue moon and a supermoon. It's quite the moon. It is also Mercury retrograde, so there's a whole lot of energy going on. It's the last supermoon, though, I believe. Might have to double check that, but I think it's the last supermoon. A lot of times on the full moon, I like to try and share a little something, and this moon, I've decided I'm going to share a few hints for moon water. I'm not making ordinary moon water though. I also use rosemary water for my hair. So I'm going to make rosemary moon water, charge it so that every time I apply it, I'm infusing myself with those intentions, if that makes sense. But first, I want to test my water. Because the last time I made rosemary water, it seemed kind of hard and left a bit of a film, and it wasn't quite as good. So I just want to see how dirty my tap water is first. So I have a glass of tap water prepared and a glass of water from my pure water pitcher. This is typically what I use, but the last time I did the rosemary water, I didn't have a new filter, so I just used tap water. I'm going to use this device, which I have assembled. And the apparatus does actually provide directions and a gauge of what the colors that the water may change to would mean. It says yellow is acid, fluorite, and other organic matter. Green would mean arsenic, mercury, lead, or copper. Blue is bacteria and viruses. Red, iron. White, lead, zinc, mercury, and organic. Black is dirty and heavy metal. I expect that's not the good kind like Metallica. So I've placed the device in two separate cups. Each end has two probes, and we're just going to plug it up and turn it on. The device actually indicates that you only need to run it for 30 to 60 seconds to get results. I have seen people run these for 10 minutes though. I have turned it on, and we're just going to see. Already I'm seeing some color changes in the tap water. Seeing some bubbles going on there too. Oh yeah, that tap water is definitely changing. Hindsight made me realize that you're not going to be able to really see the color because I have my black air fryer right behind. So I've grabbed a white canvas just for some contrast. This is after about a minute. I'm seeing a lot of yellowish brown here. Not really too comfortable with how much I'm seeing in the filtered water either though. This is the water that we use for making like tea and lemonade and stuff. This is the water that we give our dogs. This is the water I drink all the time. So clearly there's fluoride in my water and other organic matter. As dark as it's turning though, after just a minute, I kind of want to see what happens when it runs a little bit longer. So, hang on a second. Approaching 2 minutes and I'm starting to see flakes of things. Oh, that's appalling. Oh dear. The filtered water, honestly, is only marginally better. And this is after 3 minutes. Unfiltered water. Filtered water. The thing that's really kind of gross is that I'm developing this frothy film on top of the tap water. And this, again, isn't even 4 minutes in. We're getting real chunks of stuff. And this is just coming right out of my tap. This is what we pay money for, a lot of money for every month. Interestingly, I am now approaching 5 minutes of letting it run, and it's starting to clear up and solidify with all of this gunk at the top. And the rest of the water is less cloudy. For example, this one is really yellow by comparison, and this is all kind of I don't know what you want to call that, congealed? That seems like a very unappealing word, but appropriate. I honestly think I've seen enough. I'm just going to go buy some bottled water. And maybe consider getting a faucet filter as well. I used to do that when I lived in the Midwest. We had horrible water that would come out brown. And so I would double filter it just so that we could feel less cancerous drinking it. But I just took a shower after getting back from the food pantry, and I feel dirty again.